Hello, folks. Well, it is Wednesday. I can't walk because my foot's swollen. Don't know why. I went to the doctor. He don't know why. So it's a waiting game for the swelling to go down so I can walk again. Anyway, that is not what I'm on here about. There's something that I have kind of, how would you say, denied for years. I was married to a narcissist person. Uh, she turned everybody against me, even come between me and my children and my family. But I should have seen it. I feel like I should have seen it. But I didn't. Uh, I've been divorced going on 6 years. I'm content in my life now, except for some things that's happened for the last 2 months. I have had a friend for the last 5 years, not a sexual friend. She had feelings for me, but coming out of a narcissist marriage, I couldn't trust her. And back about 2 months ago, I decided that I wanted to end that friendship because of the feelings that she had for me, and me thinking everything that she said was just the same thing everybody said before her. So I got back into singing karaoke and hanging out, and I don't have very many friends, and I had almost lost the only true friend that I had, and that was the lady that's been there for 5 years, backed me for everything I've done, always backed my hand, supported me. If I tried to do something stupid, hey, she told me it was stupid, and I missed that. But then I met somebody while out singing karaoke, and she seemed a little interested, but I told her straight off the bat, I was married to a narcissist. I am not looking for a relationship. But she kept pushing, and I kept pushing back, and sometimes I got damn right ugly about not wanting to be with her, and would even treat her bad, trying to push her away. But she kept on, kept on, kept on, and finally I was okay, maybe give it a little try, just a little taste to see how it is. But a lot of things she said didn't add up. Uh, she's married, but said she was going through a divorce. And that's one of the reasons I kept pushing back, and I kept telling her, hey, you're married, I don't want to do this. So she kept on pushing, and I just kind of let her in a little bit. But I kept telling her, I don't want a relationship because I don't ever want to be hurt again. Now, I'm not saying that every relationship I've ever been in is their fault completely, because I'm not a real easy guy to live with. And I can be a complete ass at times. Sometimes I'm a complete ass and really not meaning to be one, but people look at me and, I mean, look at this face. People think, okay, this guy's an asshole because, he looks like he's mean. I don't want to talk to him, he's mean. Or, he's a big old guy. I don't want to be friends with him. Yes, I am a big guy. I'm a big teddy bear guy. I don't care nothing about beating people up or fighting with folks. But I'm getting off the subject. This lady kept pushing on and on and on, messaging me every day, and it was kind of feeling good. I ain't gonna lie about it. I kind of liked the attention after 5 years of nobody, well, denying somebody was interested in me. But this past weekend, it all came to a head. Just caught her in some big old lies and some crazy things that she was doing. Trying to act like that she was date rape drug, which is the furthest from the truth. It was all an act. But you see, men don't talk about these kind of things because they don't want to open their feelings up and look like, oh, that guy's a wuss. He let a woman get into his head. No, I have let more than one woman get into my head. I am a very simple-minded guy. Like I said, I don't have a lot of friends, and I'm not a big lover. I ain't hung like a mule or nothing like that. Just kidding. But I have feelings. And even though I kept telling this person that I have really, really been hurt and betrayed by a narcissist that I was married to, this one was actually worse than the one I was married to. She tried to fool me in every which way she can, but I never let her completely in. And thank God I didn't. So if you're a guy and you feel less than a man because you've got this woman that's making you believe things that you know that's not true, but they just have a way because they're really, really good at their game. But you see, being that was in a narcissist relationship before, I kind of knew the game. I almost lost my best friend of 5 years. Well, let me rephrase that. I pushed away my best friend for 5 years. She never gave up on me. I talked to her about 4 hours on the phone last night and about 3 hours on the phone today. And she told me, I miss you. Well, I missed her too. She said, can we be friends? No relationship, no pressure. She said, I miss my best friend. And I got to thinking, I missed her too. Every time something would happen, the first thing I wanted to do is grab a hold of my phone and call Marcia and say, hey, look, this happened today, and I know that, we have the same sense of humor, and she would understand, and it would get a big laugh. But I was kind of embarrassed because of the way I had been treating her over these past 5 years. She would try to explain her feelings for me, and I would just laugh at her and say, yeah, well, I've been through all that crap before. I just don't trust women. But I do trust her. She's been my best friend for 5 years. And I can't think of a single thing that she ever did to make me not trust her. I don't know what she sees in me. I'm a big old ugly fat crippled guy. I don't have much of a personality. But she does care about me. And no matter what, even if I was to get with another person, if something was to go wrong, I know I could pick up the phone and call her, and she would talk to me, not giving any advice, but mainly just to listen. And if I asked her advice, she would tell me, and she would give me her honest advice. She wouldn't do it because, okay, if I cause problems between them, then me and him can get together. She's just not that kind of person. But narcissists are very mean people. They only think about themselves. They only think about what they can get. They use you until they don't need you anymore. And then they just throw you away like old wash rag. And I've had that done to me. It's not a good feeling. I'm not proud of it. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. But you see, what happened in my marriage made me see what was happening in this little dating scenario. This woman's crazy. I blocked her on Facebook and TikTok and her phone number, her family. I blocked them all. She still made a dummy account and was looking at my Facebook page and my positive thoughts page, until I finally just had to take my page and make it private because my life is none of her business. Anyway, I've made a couple of friends that's come out of this situation that, the narcissist was telling them things, but then she was telling me that they think you're a weirdo and an asshole and they don't want to be friends with you and they talk bad about you. But what they don't realize is she was talking just as bad about them to me. People that she considers friends, she was dogging them behind their back. And that's another thing I took notice of, because more than likely, if somebody's talking to you about another person, they're talking to another person about you. I'm scared to open my heart. I'm scared to make friends. I live a lonely life. Because of what people have done to me. I have no trust. I'm not even sure I can ever love anybody. But the main reason I posted this is because I know there's other men like me that's out there who have had everything just stripped away. They're numb. You have a 100-foot wall built all the way around your heart, and every time that you think, hey, I can tear that wall down a little bit, that other person will do something to not only rebuild that wall, but reinforce it a little more each time. So I'm going to change my positive thoughts page to man talk. And I don't mean like locker room talk, dirtiness, but to talk about how you feel, your feelings. Nobody's going to judge you. just somewhere to express how you feel and what you're going through. Because if I'd had somebody to talk to who understood, you know, I went to marriage counseling, and the counselor, we both went to the same counselor and talked to him at separate times. Then when I went, the last time I went to the counselor, I walked in and I said things that she was doing to my kids and the way she was treating me, and that counselor said, I shouldn't say this to you, but you need to get away from her. She has issues. And I quit going because I didn't believe what she said. I wound up having both knees and both hips replaced. I spent several weeks. Well, I spent a week in Baptist Hospital and a couple of weeks in Methodist rehab because I could not stand up for 8 weeks when they rebuilt this hip, because they had to build it out of cadaver parts, super glue and screws and nails. And it was very delicate. But out of those couple of weeks, she come visit me in the hospital maybe 4 times. And when I got out of the hospital shortly after that's when she decided that this was it. And it like to have killed me, but at the same time, this is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I know this is long and drawn out. I just wanted to express my feelings, tell you about this new page that's going up, and let you know that there are guys out there that go through the same thing. I'm excited to rekindle my friendship with my best friend, Marcia. I've really missed her, and she says she misses me. Let me rephrase that. I know she missed me. Because I'm going to stop judging her for what other people did to me. I guess she's telling the truth. No, she is telling the truth. Anyway, going into 18 minutes. Thank you for listening to me and trying to understand why I am like I am. I have a heart. I have feelings. I can be your best friend. I can be your worst enemy. I would prefer to be your best friend. I'm a work in progress because I have to start learning to read people and trust them, because these last couple of weeks have taught me a lot. Anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you have an even better tonight. I pray for your happiness. And I hope you pray for mine too. Anyway, just know that you can talk to me anytime about anything that you want to talk about. If you want to meet for lunch, if you want to call me on the phone, just text me. I'll give you my phone number and we'll talk. So have you a great afternoon, great rest of the night. Get away from social media for a while. Hang out with your loved ones. But just know that God loves you, and I do too. Have a great evening.